My name is LaShondra, better known as Shonda May, whatever you guys call me. Welcome to Confidence Wave, my podcast. On this podcast, I'm definitely going to be sharing some secrets with you guys or some tips on how I was successful with losing 100 pounds naturally. No appetite suppressants, no help from the doctor, just strictly educating myself and making a whole entire lifestyle change. All right, guys, so go ahead and drop some questions in the comments if you have those, and I'll definitely go ahead and answer those as we complete the actual interview questions. And if you have any off topics as well, we'll try to discuss those and grab a few of those questions as well. So sit back and come on and join me, and let's make this a pleasant conversation. Guys, I have my team with me, so I will have somebody interviewing me. I have my producer here as well. So just sit back, tune in, and take this journey with me. You guys know how I am. I'm very blunt. I'm honest. I'm live. I'm ready to go. So let's go, guys.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question for everybody. Hi, everybody. This is Risa. I'll be on the other side of the camera.
My team. I got a good team, guys.
All right, so for the first question, what motivated you to lose weight? Why did you make that decision when you did?
So basically what motivated me to lose weight is that I had a lot of health conditions. I'm a single parent. Definitely wanted to be here for my son, and I definitely wanted to start feeling confident about myself, wanting to feel confident about my own body. So what happened was I was at a conference in 2018. Was that conference 2018, Robbie?
Yeah.
So basically, we was at a conference. My job flew us out to Orlando, and me and another coworker, we were at the pool, and everybody was going to put on their bathing suits or what have you. And when I went to put on my bathing suit, I was like, oh no, definitely not going to be going down there looking like that. So I ran upstairs and I took pictures of myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm definitely not happy with the way I'm looking, and this is something that I can definitely do to start. I can definitely change the way I look. Like, some things we can't change, you definitely want to pray about those. But the things that we are in control of, you definitely want to be able to take control of your destiny and start walking into the new skin in your body. You want to be a very confident person. You got to love yourself. So I first had to love myself. So that's what kind of motivated me to lose weight. I didn't like the way that I looked. I was very... I knew how to dress it up. I kept my hair done. I kept my clothes looking nice, but I wasn't confident in the way that I looked. And I also had a lot of health issues that led to the reason that I definitely needed to lose weight. So that's really what motivated me.
Awesome. So we do have a question from Kimberly Howard. She's asking, did you start with just changing your diet?
Yeah, so Kim, just to answer your question, I definitely made a major lifestyle change. I definitely began to implement vegetables in my diet. I also made sure that I was limiting the particular meats that I was eating. And I definitely made sure that I wasn't snacking all throughout the day. What really made me be successful in losing weight, I do intermittent fasting for 18 hours. And after I intermittent fast, I definitely make sure that I'm consuming vegetables. That's a very, very important part of weight loss. I tell people all the time, 85% is your diet, only 15% comes from actually exercising. So what you put in your mouth definitely determines how successful you are on this weight loss journey.
That's something that a lot of people don't know. So thank you for that information. Thank you, Kimberly, for the question.
Thank you, Kim.
All right, so I heard you talking about vegetables and fruits and all that. So how did you go about figuring out how to eat right? Like, there's so many diets out there. There's so many people, with different theories of what to eat when you're on this journey. So how did you figure that out, and what was right for you?
All right, so let's just be 100% honest. I just got fed up one day. I took a day off from work. I started researching for about 8 hours, and I said, hey, what type of body do I have? Because a lot of us, we are here, we're working out constantly, but we're not putting the right foods in our diet. So I understood that I have an adrenaline body type. And with that particular body type, that means you're insulin resistant. So you definitely have to make sure you're consuming foods that's low in sugar, that doesn't really have any sugar, because sugar is what kills us. It tears us down. I was actually a nursing student, so I had the opportunity to look at somebody's brain that consumes sugar on a daily basis, and somebody that consumed a heavy drug such as crack or cocaine or was popping pills excessively. And these people's brains were identical. So, like, we're out here speaking negatively about people that's consuming, recreational drugs. But if you're eating sugar, your brain mimics that person's brain. So, I definitely had to take sugar completely out of my diet. So that was one of the first successful tips that caused me to be able to lose weight, guys. You got to get rid of sugar. A lot of things that we're consuming is not made for the human body to digest. So one thing that you do got to understand, the human body is not made to digest starch or blood. So no meat, no starch. If you're going to be consuming starch, you definitely need to make sure that you're consuming most of those from a vegetable source.
All right. Thanks for that.
Sure.
So again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and we'll go ahead and ask those. Speaking a little more, how has your weight loss impacted your overall health? Like, how are you feeling?
My weight, I feel amazing, guys. Prior to me losing weight and getting on this journey, I suffer from major health conditions such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I had sleep apnea, GERD, acid reflux. So I was very unhealthy. I was just tired, fatigued all the time. I had no quality of life. I literally used to go to work all day and come home and go to sleep. And that's not the way to live. Like, really, who wants to live like that? So you have to understand, you are what you eat. These old people just don't tell us the stuff just to be telling us, you are what you eat. So everything you put in your body, it has an effect. It has an effect on your attitude, your mood swings, just everything, how you interact with people, your energy source. You shouldn't be eating food and you're tired after. If you're immediately tired, you know that you went wrong with what you ate. Your food is supposed to be your primary energy source, and you're supposed to feel energized and energetic after you consume a meal. So definitely, you definitely need to make sure that you're eating a plant-based diet, because, guys, we are electrical people. So we definitely need to make sure that we're not eating meat. Meat has a lot of antibiotics, a lot of carcinogens in it, and that's the reason why a lot of us are not healthy today. So you definitely need to make sure that you're eating a plant-based diet.
Awesome. So when we're talking about this journey, did you have a support system throughout this journey? And if you did, how did you go about getting that? And if you didn't, how did you stay focused?
Well, as far as a support system, I just want to say this is anytime I set myself out to do something, my words hold weight. They say the tongue has the power of life and death, and that's definitely true. Anytime I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be honest with you, as far as a support system, a lot of people didn't know that I was on this particular weight journey. But I will say that my son, I have a 13-year-old son, his name is Coop. Hey, Coop! And anybody that know me, they know that I love my baby. So it was times that I was on the track, and I have another friend that he helped me as well. He motivated me. So anytime that I was running or on the track and I wanted to give up, I had my son beside me like, Mom, let's do it. You got this. So I would say that my son and my mom has been my support system. I love her to death. My mama would support me on anything that I want to do. So my mom and my son was a major support factor, because I know that I have a lot of people that's dependent on me. And also, I believe in myself, guys. You have to believe in yourself. No matter who believes in you, as long as you believe in yourself and you have willpower, don't ever give up on yourself. Never. Because anything that you want to do, you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself, and you have to you have to invest in yourself as well. So I would say my son and my mom has been my major support system, and also the comments that I get from people. You guys support me and help me keep going as well. When I get inboxes and you say, hey, LaShondra, you look good, or you looking good, or keep up the good work, that motivates me, guys, because there's some days I'm like, man, I don't feel like exercising, I don't want to do this. But I know that I have goals that I have to meet, and I'm not going to stop until I meet them. So I want to tell everybody that's been watching me, that's been commenting, thank you guys, because those small comments, you know, they play a major factor in my life, and they also give me that bump to keep going, because when you see that people are seeing what you're doing, they see that your body is changing, you like, hey, you want to keep going. So me, I'm all for it. So thank you guys. I love you guys' support, and whatever you need, I'm very honest. I tell people all the time, one thing about God: if you love God, you have to love and worship and serve you have to love and serve his people. So I definitely love God. I definitely want to give back, because I know that it's somebody else that's in my shoes that's not going to be as open as I am about this weight loss thing. So whatever I can do to help anybody, I'm all honest. This is not no secret. When we love each other, we want to continue to build each other. I want everybody to any woman. We suffer from a lot of insecurities. We give birth, we gain weight because we deal with stress. You know, we're queens. We're black queens, and we're all kind of queens, no matter what color you are. Sorry about that. No matter what color, we're queens, and we stay busy. So we definitely got to continue to uplift and motivate ourselves and keep going. Even if you don't feel like it, just don't ever give up on yourself.
You got that right. So, you know, what other changes did you go through in addition to your physical appearance? For example, mental health.
Mental health. Okay. So basically, mental health. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I was heavy like that, I used to always make jokes, because I'm like, I used to try to beat somebody else before they make a joke. So I'd be like, I can't do this with my big A or something like that. But it's all a mental thing. Like, you trying to hide the fact or make somebody else laugh at a joke, and you know it's one of your insecurities. And I had to tell myself that I'm not being fair to myself. If I'm constantly down in myself or making jokes about my weight, you know, I can be the person, I can be the change. I could change this. If I don't feel good in this body, I could change this particular body. So that's what I began to do. Instead of, you know, dealing with it from a negative mental perspective, I began to be more positive about it. So if you guys watch me on Facebook, Instagram, or what have you, I post different herbs that you can consume to help you with different things that you're battling. If you're battling weight loss, cancer, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, I'm giving you guys the things that you need to implement into your daily diet so you can make the necessary changes. Because what you guys have to understand is that God is alkaline. So you shouldn't be consuming foods that's acidic. So I do a lot of alkaline things. I do a lot of herbal sources. There's a lot of herbs that can cure you from anything. If you're suffering from a disease, you definitely don't have to. One thing about God, he's not going to create a group of people and not create things that could possibly cure them or heal them from anything. So like I said, guys, you are what you eat. We got to definitely take this serious. We need to be more serious and conscientious about what we're implementing in our body, because I know that everybody have lost a family member from some type of health issue, and we don't have to live like that, guys. So if you love yourself, if you love your family, I just want you guys to continue to pay it forward. Any information that you get, pay it forward. It's all about loving each other and building each other.
That's for sure. So our last question, or if anybody has any other questions, please post them in the comments. We'll definitely get those answered now. We do have a question from, and I hope I'm saying this right, Amir Perry. And she asks, what are some of the foods...
Hey, Ma!
She's asking, what are some of the foods that you eat during the week now?
Okay, so basically some of the foods that I eat during the week. So this is what I do. I do an 18-hour intermittent fast, because some people fast for 16 hours, but it's more effective the longer you fast. So within that 18 hour, I don't eat anything. So when I come off the fast, the first thing that I put in my diet is plants, some type of salad, because you definitely need that particular energy and full fuel source. And what we as women don't understand is that we definitely have to make sure we're eating 7 cups of green leafy vegetable, because that's where we're consuming our magnesium and potassium from. So some of the things that I eat on a regular day, I definitely make sure I'm eating nuts. Nuts is a good source of fiber. I also make sure that I may eat salmon. It's very sufficient in omega-3. So you definitely need to consume that. That's a good brain and energy source as well. So I would say salmon and salad, or some type of, I would say some type of fish. I don't do a lot of beef. I definitely don't really do a lot of chicken because of the byproducts that they have. They're not healthy. And if you are going to eat those particular meats or what have you, you definitely need to make sure that they're grass-fed and organic, just for your particular overall body health. But again, guys, I don't want to advertise meat too much because the human body is not made to digest blood. So if you are a live person, why are you eating a dead carcass or what have you? You need to be eating things that's alive like you, because like I said again, and I'm gonna always say this, we are electrical people. We are living. So we shouldn't be putting dead things into our bodies. Thank you, Muff, for the question. All right, guys. Again, thank you for joining my podcast, The Confidence Wave. I'll definitely be having this podcast on a weekly basis. So feel free to continue to drop questions. Again, if you guys want to meet with me, if you want to inbox me, one thing about me, I definitely want to make sure that I'm helping anybody that I can, because I was at a place where I was depressed. I didn't like the skin that I was in. I still have work to do, guys. So don't just think that I'm just this Holly Berry type. I still got work to do, but I thank God for the small progressions that I am making. I want to be the change. Like I said, we can all help each other, and that's what we need to focus on. So if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to hit me up, contact me. My Instagram is Poetically Intrigued. My Facebook name is Shonda May. Whatever you guys need, I'm for you. I love you guys, and I just want to say goodbye to all my beautiful queens and kings. And like I said, I will be joining you again next week on The Confidence Wave. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You have an amazing weekend.